Okay, let's talk about the rumor that is absolutely breaking the internet. Robert Downey Jr. reportedly coming back to the MCU. But wait, not as Iron Man, as its greatest villain, Doctor Doom. So today we are diving deep into the entire story of the man in the Iron Mask, from his heartbreaking origins all the way to his godlike ambitions. To really get Doctor Doom, you have to start right here, with this quote. This isn't just a guy being arrogant. For him, this is a fundamental law of the universe. Victory isn't just a possibility, it's an absolute inevitability. Any loss he suffers, that's just a delay. So here's the journey we're going to take to understand the man behind that mask. We'll start with the vow that kicked it all off, then the rival that scarred him for life. We'll see how the monster was forged, the bizarre utopia he built, and finally, the supreme ambition that puts the entire cosmos on notice. Now, our story doesn't start in some high-tech lab or a fancy boardroom. Nope. It begins in a Romani camp in the fictional nation of Latveria. This is where Victor von Doom was born, to a mother who was a brilliant sorceress, Cynthia, and a father who was a skilled healer, Werner. But his life was pretty much defined by loss right from the very start. It all starts with this just brutal one-two punch of trauma. First, his mother makes a magical deal that goes terribly wrong, and her soul is damned by the demon Mephisto. As if that's not enough, his father then freezes to death while protecting young Victor from a tyrant's soldiers. This is the moment. This is what forges him. He's orphaned, he's alone, and he is filled with this burning rage. And he makes a vow. I will master both science and magic, and I will make the world pay. So Victor's genius is just off the charts, and it gets him a scholarship all the way to State University in New York. And it's here that he meets the one person on the entire planet whose brain could actually give his a run for its money. A young Reed Richards, the guy who'd become Mr. Fantastic. And yeah, this meeting is going to change everything for both of them. Victor is still completely driven by that childhood vow, so he builds the Netherworld machine. It's the perfect window into his mind, a fusion of cold hard science and ancient sorcery, all designed to do the impossible. Contact his dead mother. In his head, his genius is flawless. There's just no room for mistakes. And here it is, the moment it all goes wrong. Reed Richards looks at Victor's work, spots a tiny, tiny miscalculation in the math, and tries to warn him. But Victor's pride, it's a wall. He can't see it as help. To him, it's an insult, an attack from a jealous rival. So he ignores the warning, powers up the machine, and boom, it explodes, scarring his face. But the real scar isn't on his skin, it's in his mind. Because from that day forward, he is convinced Reed Richards sabotaged me. And for that, he will never, ever be forgiven. So he's expelled, he's disgraced, and Victor just starts wandering the globe. His bitterness gets deeper and harder with every single step because he's now totally convinced the world is out to get him. His journey finally ends when he collapses in the Himalayas and is found by a mysterious order of monks who see something more in this broken, angry man. Just imagine it. He was a man without a country, without a future, and now without a face he could even stand to look at in a mirror. This whole period of exile was all about isolation, and it just fueled his belief that he and only he could fix the world's problems because nobody else could possibly understand. But these monks, they saw past all that rage. They recognized his unbelievable intellect, his potential. So they trained him. They helped him channel that innate magical gift he got from his mother, turning it from just a tool into a powerful weapon. So now he's got scientific genius and mystical power. He has the monks forge him a suit of armor. And in this final, terrifying act of transformation, he takes the mask while it's still glowing red hot and presses it right to his face, searing it to his skin. See, this isn't about hiding scars anymore. This is a ritual. Victor von Doom is dead. Dr. Doom is born. Okay, so with his new identity forged in literal fire, Dr. Doom heads back to his homeland Latveria. He doesn't just return. He returns as a conqueror. He easily crushes the tyrannical Baron, the same one who caused his father's death, and declares himself the one and only absolute monarch of the nation. And this right here, this is the core paradox of Dr. Doom. To the rest of the world, he's a monster, a dictator. But in his own country, he's a savior. He's completely wiped out crime, poverty, and disease. I mean, by a lot of metrics, it's a perfect utopia. So what's the price? Oh, just absolute total freedom. His perfect order is enforced by an army of his robotic clones, the Doombots. But, ruling one small nation was never, ever the endgame.
For Doom, Latveria is just the model. It's the proof of concept. His real ambition is to take his perfect, ordered society and scale it up to the entire globe, and yeah, sometimes even the entire cosmos.
And this is what makes him the ultimate threat. He's not just a scientist who can go toe-to-toe with Reed Richards or Tony Stark. He's also a sorcerer powerful enough to challenge Doctor Strange. And hey, remember that vow he made as a little boy? He actually did it. He personally marched into hell, took on the demon Mephisto himself, and freed his mother's soul. The man achieves the impossible. From here, his ambition just goes cosmic. We're talking about a guy who is powerful enough to just steal the power cosmic right from the Silver Surfer. He's challenged beings who are basically gods, like the Beyonder. And during the Secret Wars, when the entire multiverse was collapsing, Doom was the one who salvaged the wreckage, stitched it all together into a new reality, and ruled over it as God Emperor. He literally saved reality by conquering it. So this all leads us to the big question, especially with the Robert Downey Jr. news. Are we going to get some kind of twisted Tony Stark variant from another universe? Or are we getting the pure, tragic, and absolutely terrifying Victor Von Doom that we've just spent all this time getting to know? Okay, so here's the latest intel from the rumor mill. RDJ is reportedly locked in. We're probably going to get a tease in the new Fantastic Four movie. The big plan is for him to completely replace Kang as the main villain of the multiverse saga, leading right into a massive Secret Wars movie. And most importantly, it sounds like they're keeping his signature power set, that perfect, terrifying blend of science and magic. This quote right here, it gets to the very heart of his delusion, or maybe his truth, depending on your perspective. See, he doesn't think he's a tyrant ruling over people. He believes he is the people. He is their will, their safety, their future, all embodied in one man. In his mind, achieving world peace is simple. All everyone has to do is accept one undeniable fact. Doom knows best. And this is the final, really uncomfortable question that makes him such an incredible villain. He is a monster. He is a tyrant. He is an egomaniac. But what if he could actually deliver a world with no war, no hunger, and no crime? Would it be worth the cost? That's the terrifying question at the very heart of Dr.